folks, it's Dave Isaacs with you, and today I want to take a look at a, well, perhaps somewhat more obscure song, but one of my favorites from one of my favorite artists. This is The Revelator, Time the Revelator by Gillian Welch, and it's a very simple chord pattern, but one of the really cool things about it, well, two really cool things about it, are the groove coming from Gillian's very simple but solid rhythm part, along with the obvious part of the songwriting itself and the voices and the harmonies. That Dave Rawlings' guitar playing is just stunning. The way he weaves around her parts, never gets in the way, and also adds all this tension and dissonance in a way that's very unusual in a folk or Americana kind of setting. So he's a very unique player and definitely somebody worth looking at. Let's look at the main structure of the song first. We're starting off capo at the 5th fret, so we are playing in the key of A minor, even though it looks like we're thinking in E minor. And I'm starting off with an E minor chord and just playing a slow groove like this. Bass, strum, bass, strum, bass, strum, bass, strum. An inversion of a C chord with a G bass, same basic rhythm, and then down to an A sus2, which I'm fingering with index and middle, and I'm going to use my ring finger to play this bass figure. Watch this. So I'm working from this 2-finger A sus2, strings 4 and 3. I'm using index and middle. I want to keep 3. This is my fingering anyway. I'm not going to swear to hers. But I want to keep 3 free so that I can go from the open A string down to this. Again, we're capoed, so it's not a G, but we'll think of it that way. Bass line of 5th, 6th, and then up to the 3rd fret of the 6th and back to the open A. And then same basic notes, but in a different order. C, A, G, A. Again, we're capoed. Those are not the notes, but that's what we're thinking of. And she just brushes the trebles a little bit with an upstroke, so it fills in the texture, and because it's a sus2 chord, it's this nice atmospheric sound. So here's the whole thing. Minor 7, C, again that inversion, G, D, A minor, C, D. So it's a very straightforward song. Now, on top of that, and I'm just going to look at the intro right now because Rawlings playing in this song really deserves a lesson of its own. But this is a great little example of his style. Listen to this. 1 and 2. That minor second dissonance is so cool. So he actually starts the song. I've got my finger, ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. He waits for her to hit the bass note and then fills out E minor with open strings. She goes to a C. He hits this from the C chord, but hits the major 7th, down the scale, and when when she's on that A sus2, he's doing this modal. Basically working off an A7. So she's playing the sus2, but he's hitting, there's the F sharp. This is what makes it, again, we're not F sharp, but with our capo. But this is what makes the scale against that A. So really, it's an E Dorian because of that C sharp. So listening to that scale again, arpeggiating E minor, C major 7, here's our scale. Notice the groupings, 3s, syncopated. Now this, I think that's so cool, the way that he combines open strings and fretted notes. So notice this, if I go from 1, and then hitting 2 strings, the G string, along with these, but then reach up with the index, and back to 2 strings. Now 2 strings, but hitting 2 and 1. Slide up, and down. So just back and forth, but hitting those 2 strings for the atmosphere, and then 5th fret, down, 2 strings, doubled 2nd string with the 4th fret of the 3rd, slide down, and then 2 strings again, setting up that E minor 9 like he played at the beginning. So I'm going to walk through once more playing the chords and then the lead so you can see it all. Please follow along on the tab. 2, 3, 4. Rawlings intro, 1, 2. 1, 2. Really so cool, so atmospheric. I love this song. I hope you enjoy this lesson. I do want you to pay special attention to the pocket that the two of them get. It's just the 2 guitars, and they blend so well that it almost sounds like there's more going on. Really a wonderful example of how you can orchestrate so well just paying attention to the way the parts fit. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. I'm Dave Isaacs, and I'll see you next time.